isolated from each other with plastic below the soil, and introduced aphids to plant number one, and they were able to detect that the other plants within a few minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, started to sour their leaves. They boosted the production of tannins in defense, as a defense mechanism, because the first one was being attacked. And they're like, it's not air, so it's not pheromones or anything like that. It's just something in the soil. And it turns out that it is the mushroom mycelium networks. It's a chemical network. And even though they are different, just the experiment, even though you can use completely different strains or completely different cultures from different petri dishes that get introduced, they communicate with each other. It's not like it's one autonomous mass. Okay. So there's a lot of interesting chemical signaling going on. But with those sorts of studies, the opportunity for someone like myself to come in and work with a mushroom farmer who's really and likes it, wants to do the science, to do tinctures and extracts, to petition to work with DEA so that we can grow some controlled mushrooms for science. It's a fantastic opportunity, never mind the food part of it. So this particular farm, good money after that, we set him up. He chose this site, created the workflow, and he and I worked through here for 7 months setting it up. If you were here a week ago, you would have seen the plastic walls on both sides, and an antechamber on one side, and an antechamber here, so it's like an airlock, so we can control the breeze. You can see some of the plastic curtains that we have up, that we need to control the breeze. Well thought out process. Every single crack has been planned and dominated. I control where cooties are going to grow. Nothing is left to chance, because cooties are going to be high output, high volume. There's no time to stop the farm and scrub, disinfect, and control it right from the beginning. Set them up with a lab, brand new cultures, brand new operating room ready, have a filter, the works. This is all personal savings, and of course, I was hitting the bottom occasionally. I have to plead with the wife and say, is this going to work? Mm-hmm. If you look this guy in the eye, is this going to work? Yes, this is going to work. And in January, I hit bottom again and dug deep, opened up a vein, and finished all of the construction in that last month of February, including sanitizing the falls, the grow room seating area, pressure washers, chlorine, absolutely food grade, beautiful thing. And we finished on a Friday, and by that Sunday, so 2 days later, he had fled the state. He split. And I came to work on that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I was still finishing up, and we went over a hump, his construction's just done, maybe he needs a couple of days, just, dude, are you okay? Let me know if you need food, or what's going on, And then I hear from his landlady saying she wants me to attend, to participate in a welfare check that she's having the police conduct on his premise because he hasn't paid his rent, and that's unusual. It's like, what? What is this? What's going on here? He has a little pit bull, wanted to go and make sure the dog didn't get shot. And he had split, completely cleaned up, and just let everything. And eventually, 3 days later, I hear from him, a nasty gram from him from Alabama, where his parents live. Picture of him in the emergency room, sucking on some tube, saying, with basically in the text, like, his dry cough, all this exposure to spores and mushroom stuff over the years has gotten to him, and complaining bitterly that I had run out of money, etc. You know what? I just bought you that weekend. So between that Friday and that Sunday, I bought $2,000 worth of equipment that we needed for phase 2 for post-construction production. Everything, the walk-in coolers, the lab equipment, everything that we needed now that we'd got to the stage. And he had absolutely no rational reason to do what it is that he did. Fraud. He just has that's how some people are. He basically strung us along for 7-8 months, living here, off our dime, doing laundry for all his buddies, just using us while he could. In the meantime, really screwing me over, because the song that I was singing with this location was that it was going to be able to provide a suitable work environment for folks who have social anxieties, whether you're bipolar, manic depressive, if you have PTSD, or sometimes you need a very understanding boss that understands that you can't come on time, or you can't work with things that are detail oriented for too long or at all, or you need to work with someone, you need to talk while you're working, you need to have your headphones on, or the other way, you need to be alone and separated. So this is going to provide a legitimate work experience for folks who have those issues, who have difficulty maintaining a good job history. Their credit is wrecked from hospital visits and medication bills. We're going to be able to say it's self-sustaining, so that we could provide medical benefits. It was wonderful. The crop that we were going to produce, obviously, the farm that we had chosen is a very talented young man. I didn't want to do what other mushroom farmers do, which is have to chase and kiss the ass of every single celebrity chef and every single restaurant group or farmer's market personality, just so that you can sell your mushrooms. And mushrooms are a little trickier. Once you cut those sweeties, you've got the clock is running. It's not like an apple which can wait 6 months before you can sell it. It's got to be sold into the next person very quickly. And if we're trying to do, I didn't wake up and wanted to be a mushroom farmer. I want to do these other things around farming. So, same thing for my farmer. I don't want him to continue to do what he was doing. I need him to do the research of that, the more interesting thing, the bioremediation, using the fungi that we have and the substrate that comes out to seed the soil, to clean diesel out of the soil, which sees the diesel as yet another simple sugar, as a hydrocarbon, and will clean that oil to the silica grain. So it literally completely cleans that soil. It's a fantastic thing. So Chad Cotter is the #2 mushroom guy in the States. 3 years ago, Canada, the government of Canada contracted him to come up and spray down their intercoastal waterways with the mushroom juices, the culture mix that he developed in advance of the next Exxon Valdez, because they're very progressive that way. They understand that this is a commercial waterway. It's going to happen. Even if it doesn't happen, just using those big engines and the waterways, slicks develop, and they want to establish these mycelium banks, basically, years ahead of when they're required. Similarly, here in Atlanta, once we were ready, once you've got to have you can't just talk your mouth off, man. You have to deliver on what you're going to say you're going to do.